and we're ready to go. I think the volume is right there. I'll just go like that one that I have been doing. 1 minute. Are you ready, Eric? I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you still raspy? You know what you need to drink? Yeah. I don't know if that would help at all. I don't think that's how that goes. That's more than a spoonful. Should we do a 10-second countdown? Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Fox Valley Fantasy Football Show!
Episode 9, baby! John, what are you doing?
So here it is. So before I tell you what I'm doing, because that's a good question.
Oh, you know what I never did?
What'd you never do?
I never uploaded the videos.
Can you
We'll work on it. We'll kill some time.
Maybe I can try.
Yeah, we'll kill some time here.
So yes, we will kill some time. So
right.
I have this week's sponsor.
Watch this.
Because last week we talked about how some people struggle with toilet time.
Okay, yeah.
And so I reached out to this organization.
Oh, did
and
you?
they said they'd be happy to sponsor us. It is Metamucil.
Oh, wow. Are you serious?
And to work out for the sponsorship, I didn't accept a single dollar.
Okay.
But I got a year's supply of Metamucil for you.
Oh, my goodness.
And for Pastor Daniel. I'm going to put that right here.
Holy cow.
Because you guys struggle with toilet time. But here's the thing. This is why I did this, because I looked it up, and
I'd say holy crap, but that's a weird...
I'm going to read the description for you. So here we go.
Hit me
this is what it's supposed to do to help you guys. It says, here we go. Hold that up.
Oh, okay.
It is great tasting gummy formula. Orange flavored fiber gummies for adults with no sugar added.
Wow.
From the fiber brand you trust, Metamucil, fiber gummies for adults are from the makers of the #1 best-selling fiber supplement brand.
My goodness.
5 grams of plant-based fiber. Metamucil gummies contain a blend of plant-based fibers that work together to add 5 grams of fiber to your diet.
Holy cow.
There's more.
Okay.
Prebiotic fiber gummies to maintain digestive balance.
Wow.
Inulin fiber and Metamucil gummies helps feed the good bacteria in your gut and promotes digestive health. Soluble corn fiber helps support digestive health.
I mean, that's fantastic. John, though, why are you dressed like an idiot? That's
Hold
what
on.
I want to know.
Before we get into that, I have to explain this. While I have a year's supply for Pastor Daniel and for Aaron, I don't have a year's supply for everybody.
Okay.
But you can buy this at your local store. That's why they're sponsoring us, because there's an inordinate amount of time spent sitting on the can for most of the guys in the league.
Yeah.
And for me, I get in, I get out, and I move on with life.
Right, that's what you said last week.
So next week we might have a sponsor called Vegetables.
Okay.
After that, it might be a sponsor called Salad.
Wow.
Whatever it can take to help you get on and off the toilet in a reasonable amount of time.
Wow.
Did I fill enough time?
You sure did.
So I was pausing on you because I was still trying to kill time.
Yeah, but we could have killed time with why you're being an idiot.
No.
We could talk about that
We're not going to talk about it.
Okay.
I'm going to show everybody why I'm dressed like this.
Okay.
All right, here it is.
Here we are, baby.
So you may be wondering what's going on. Here's the issue. I picked 5 games. I got 4 of them wrong. I finished last place, so I get 2 out of it. I bet Pastor Daniel that in our head-to-head at the NFC, I'd win, and I lost.
That's right.
And then he got the most right, so you don't get it all.
How many
I got right again.
And who did I lose on? My own matchup.
That was amazing. But
I know.
But Daniel also... So you came in second, so you get 1, but then you bet on Eric.
The recording would be these 2, and you hosed me. 2 cups, 3 cups. Let's just get this over.
I'm doing all 3, and I'm dressed for the occasion because I knew if I got a triple pocketeer like Aaron wanted it. Oh no! Okay, we're gonna do 2 more spins, so there's 1 pocketeer. No, there's no way it could be a triple pocketeer. You just did a double. Water bomb. Okay, what's the water bomb? Is that where you throw it up? Oh, you throw the whole cup. Okay, last one. So pocketeer, water bomb.
You gotta do it.
And then... We're not going to do a spinner's choice because he's just going to pick pocketeer.
I think we're breaking the rules here.
No, that's the thing. That's the rule. It's like the free space.
Okay.
It's like the free space.
I know. It'll take forever.
I know, but everyone will like, oh, make it rain. Uh-oh. That's the one where you throw it up in the air.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you stand right by me and throw it straight up.
Pocketeer water bomb, baby.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Are we doing it here?
We're just gonna do them all real quick.
This is why I'm dressing this so that we're not pocketeer.
You ready?
Can we do it last?
No.
We can go reverse
Here
order.
we go.
Oh, man. You done that all at once.
I know.
So first of all, I appreciate that because it's over fast, but it still didn't feel very good. What are we doing?
And there's the water bomb. Love it.
I
know. That's why I did it again.
My whole side is soaked.
All right, Daniel.
Goodness.
Is it this one?
Okay, I can do one and you can do one.
What is that? 4.
Oh yeah, let's put it out on YouTube what my phone is. Turn it from the camera. Go ahead. I like how you asked me that.
Here's Daniel.
I like how you announce my phone. I get what you're trying to do, but
Trying to spark it into my own memory.
What's just a classic?
let's do the classic.
All right,
the second one.
Okay.
I get the one for us beating Eric.
Okay.
Good job, Eric. Is that the youth league or the AFC?
Usually, yeah.
Make it rain again? Make it rain.
Okay.
Classic.
Make it rain.
There we go.
I still have water drinking from my
I love it. All right, ready for this? Here's the classic. Right there.
Make it rain.
Oh! That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing.
So what happened was I had something in my eye. I got water in my eye, and that's why I couldn't see
Oh my goodness.
what was going on. Do you
Holy
see why
cow.
I didn't want to continue on
guess,
into why I
yeah.
dressed like this? Because I
I
explained
guess.
it all during the water beds, of
Anyway.
which you were standing right next to me the whole time. Take some
Anyway.
We got
Here
another
we
water
go.
bed video. Wait, here we go.
Oh.
Hey guys, so this is actually a water bet from last week. Nathan had water bet me, saying that he was going to beat me, but because of a Giants defensive stop against the Steelers, Chris Boswell didn't get another field goal. So I won
got 14 points.
Yeah, so
So
that's
that's
good.
good.
Points, but I still won the week. So here we go. Do you have
We need
a
a
wheel?
wheel of water.
We need a wheel. Oh, we need the wheel.
I like how organized this one is.
Yeah, this is
You see,
terrible.
when we do it, we're
Sorry.
ready.
We didn't even
We'll
have
get
to
there,
wait.
You're
guys.
both there.
Nobody told me
I
we
didn't.
needed
I
the
wasn't
wheel.
even out until.
You're right there.
Yeah, but I walked into
There it
it.
is.
You
There it is.
guys
Okay.
need. I need a production
Okay.
assistant
So
to
do I
help guide
spin
you
it or
through.
no?
No, Nathan spins it
I don't see a wheel there, cowboy.
to doom his own destiny.
Yes, I like it.
Okay,
Doing
here
your
we
own
go.
destiny.
So we in fact did not click.
Randy.
Make it rain.
3 make it rains.
Yeah.
Is it
That's
like
crazy.
I
On the
think we need to write the footballers and say there's a problem with the
yeah.
algorithm.
Oh, wow, we gotta
Here, keep your arm out of here.
Yeah.
Throw it up and-
Here.
Yeah, but he's
Just
got no
stand
hair,
right
so it
next
doesn't
to him and
matter.
just-
I'll go this way. Ready?
What is he doing with his arm?
There you go.
Can't get his
Oh,
arm
he can't
wet.
get his arm out.
Dude, just dump it over. You got a little more there.
Oh, you know.
That's not what it was.
Water bet thing.
What was that? Just
That's
dump
what
it
it
over?
said.
Oh, I thought it said dump it.
So Nathan misunderstood what that was supposed
That
to
was
be.
great.
He thought it was bad hair
Yeah.
day or something.
We got
I
it.
think so.
There
All
are
right,
all the
let's
water
get
bets.
on to the stud.
There we go, baby!
Hey,
On to some
Ron.
football! And we have... What? Wait a minute.
What?
What are we talking
What?
about? We have
What?
Jackson
What?
Smith and Jigba?
What?
Wow.
JSN posting 38 points, 7 catches for 180 yards and 2 touchdowns with 38 points. Unbelievable. Nobody was expecting that. I mean, he's been okay. He's made some catches, but I guess with Metcalf out, he's been putting up some numbers. So congratulations to JSN. Honorable mentions for Saquon with his backwards leap over someone. Devon Achane back in it. Zay Flowers with his up week after his down week. DeAndre Hopkins posts 29 points. Joe Burrow with 39.
Yay.
And Cade Otton continues to be fire at the tight end
Tell
position.
who I played against this week.
Yeah.
By the way, I got to get into the chat. So first of all, Emma said Nathan's shirt is awesome.
Yeah.
And then Jen came in and said, "What is going on?" And I said, "We're just having fun being ridiculous." And she said, "That's
As we
nothing new."
Yeah, right.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
Yep.
there we go. That's what we do.
Let's go on to the bus,
Here's the bust.
Pastor Daniel. I don't like that you picked this one, by the way.
Had to. There were quite a few
You had to.
that would have. Well, there are a lot of busts this week.
Yeah, a lot of
But
us.
one of them takes the cake.
Yeah, he
because
took
of
the cake.
story behind it.
He took the cake
Puka.
right out of my mouth!
Puka Nakua.
Yeah.
Wait, his name is Punchia Nakua.
Punch
Yeah.
Nakua. Put up 2.1 points before he was
Puka
ejected
Nakua.
in the first quarter.
Punchia, because he punched him.
One reception for 11 yards and booted for punching.
Wow.
And
And in my starting lineup, we're going to talk about that in a
I'm sure
minute.
we will.
That
But
one
some,
I hate this whole show already,
some
not
honorable,
because of the
some
production.
honorable mentions
I'm
this
not a
week.
big
Kyler
fan
Murray
either.
with 4.6,
You got
even though he
nothing to
absolutely
complain
destroyed
about.
the Bears. Cole Kmet with a big fat 0,
Big
not even a
percent.
target.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Felt
at
that
3.4. Nick Chubb with 4.5, and then we have AB's entire team.
Yes.
Was
There
the
we
bust
go.
this week.
Yes.
Specifically, Xavier Worthy with -1.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts with 2.1. We'll talk about
Yeah,
more
unbelievable.
about him
Anyway.
in a couple minutes. Anyway,
Alrighty, here we
Is that
go.
the thing or no?
Oh, no, not yet.
The big juggernaut, baby! And this week's big juggernaut.
Boo.
John, let's do it together. Boo!
Wait, that's me.
Yeah, why are you booing?
Let's go.
Yeah, it's Daniel.
It's depressing.
For the second week in a row, Alvin and the Chipmunks. No,
Oh, yeah.
second
For
week
that
with the
team,
big
for that
juggernaut.
team. Third week with the big
Third-
juggernaut. Second with this team.
Yeah, for Alvin and the Chipmunks,
I think we should
168.7
make him sit outside.
points. Unbelievable. I
That's
don't know
right.
what is going on in this league, but Daniel with his second in a row.
I think you
That's
guys
right.
are colluding. Speaking of Daniel,
Speaking of me, what about me?
you're next
You're
in the
next.
thing. That was my
Oh, yeah.
transition. I'm trying to keep the show moving. Do you see that
This has
highlighting where it
nothing to
has
do
your
with
name?
me except for the fact that I'm doing it.
Yes, that's
Right.
what I said.
The fat caboose comes from the NFC this week.
This
Sorry
is
to
what I
say
have to
it.
put up with
It
every
is
single week.
Night Raiders
You can't
Good.
do
Dave
benefits,
Smith.
You can't do anything.
Dave is struggling, baby.
with 106.66 points. That's part of the issue. He's got no, we won't go there. The biggest issue is the fact that his team is named after a hockey team.
That's correct.
So
Yeah.
we're just
Well,
going to put that there.
But here's the real issue that I have is that I'm actually out of office this week. I usually don't get to dress
Uh-huh.
up for the
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
because I have to work. I come
Yeah.
right from work to the show.
Yeah.
But this week I'm on vacation. I'm still here while on vacation.
Yeah.
Let's get to the
Here
Youth
we
League
go.
Power Rankings!
Power rankings.
You see
We
how
got
I filled
some-
that time?
that's
that
real
you
good.
can get to it.
We got some serious mayhem in the Youth League this week.
Wow. Do it.
Serious mayhem.
Okay.
Which brings us to our sponsor for this week. Our sponsor is Geico, because we have some mayhem here. Where is it? Oh my gosh, I'm in
Is
the
it-
wrong thing.
Is it Geico?
Hang on.
You know
I'm in
that
the wrong
Mayhem
thing.
commercials is what he's talking
Yeah, I
about.
got
Is
it.
it
Yeah,
Geico?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
Geico, right?
I don't know if
I'm
it's
pretty sure it's
Geico.
Geico.
I think it
I'm
was
gonna
all
look it
state.
But this week,
I have to move away from Metamucil.
Here it is. Here it is. Oh, you can't really read
Uh-oh,
that,
uh-oh.
man.
That's
Here.
okay, we got AB
That's
there. Just
okay.
keep talking.
So it's AB is the mayhem this week. You
It's
need to
Allstate.
start Allstate,
Yeah,
not
Allstate.
Geico. Yeah,
Geico's
that's
the
right.
good
Allstate. Start better players and be better protected from mayhem like AB.
Agreed.
There's your
I like
sponsor
it.
for this
I like
week.
it.
So speaking of sponsors, Randy's already getting on my case because I traded with him to get Puka Nakua. He hasn't gotten
Oh,
me any
stop
points all season
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
since the trade, and he says, "John, aren't you glad I traded him to you?"
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
That's kind of
So-
mean.
First, let it be known that the power rankings are professional analysis based on mathematical equation.
I like it.
That being said, number 10 is
All of them
AB.
are.
Chase is on the case.
Way!
Dropping from number 1 because he only put up 67
number 1
points
to
this
10.
week. From 1 to 10, that's
I
right.
like it.
67 points. His team
I
name
like it.
is a Paw Patrol reference,
Yes,
which I didn't
it is.
realize. Which
What are
I'm
you,
starting
4?
to really hate Paw
Are you
Patrol.
4, Abraham?
It's on all the time in my
My
house.
goodness.
And he is this week's caboose.
Man, that was rough.
Big
That's
time.
amazing. From
Big
1 to
time
10
caboose.
to the caboose,
Yeah.
67.
Yeah, I mean,
67
it
points. That
doesn't
is the
surprise
caboose
me
of
because
the
that's
year.
a real AB move. But, yeah.
Caboose of the year right now. He had 5
Caboose of
guys
the
in
year.
single digits
He's
and
been
1
in
guy with
first
negative.
place.
Yep.
He deserves 11th place, but due to statistical limitations, he has to be 10th.
I like
No,
it.
he could be in 11th.
like
That's happened already this
Could be.
season.
Mhm.
You should have put him there.
However, we have statistical limitations now because this is a professional analysis based on a
professional.
Well,
mathematical
it's a
equation.
professional show,
Professional
too,
analysis.
and look at it.
Coming in at number 9, it's Lockdown. Sergio with 100 points.
Wow.
He
Changed
should have
his name.
he should have locked down his starting lineup because this is terrible.
Because he beat us last week. And he
Yeah,
lost.
yeah, yeah.
He lost this week. He's 3-6, and we're giving him a whoops-a-daisy because he left J.K. Dobbins on the bench.
Wow, yeah.
24.5
That hurts.
points. And Tyler Lockett on the bench with 15.
Oh,
His
Nice.
other running backs, 12 points, 11 points, and 3 points.
Yeah.
From Alexander Madison.
Yeah.
Starting Madison over
J.K. Dobbins?
That
That's not a
hurts.
good
His
chance.
other wide receivers, 12 points and 4 points. Wandell Robinson, he started over Tyler Lockett.
Woof.
He lost by 4 points.
Woof.
Make some better decisions. So we're
Is that
also giving
because it's a
him...
Paw
Pick
Patrol?
pick up some players off of them. Waiver
Come on,
wire.
man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Making money, come on!
Making money.
There's good players on the waiver wire in the
He
youth
could have
league.
had so many more
There are-
points. He
Did
could
you
have
see
won
the waiver
so
pickup I
easily.
made last night?
Oh, I didn't.
Our tight end was on bye, so
Oh,
I picked
okay.
somebody else
All right.
up.
Coming in at number 8, it is Burrow My Cup Chances. Eric.
All right.
No, but he did that
Hey.
to get at us.
Yeah.
I think he was
Yeah.
trying to say he's gonna bury our
Okay,
chances.
I don't know.
that's good. Yeah.
Well, he's bearing
Yeah.
his own chances.
That's
this
how
week.
I took it.
Yeah.
Dropping from number 2. Plenty of whoopsie-daisies
He
to
got
go around
my
this week.
ire
This
up.
is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whoopsie-daisy
yeah, yeah.
special
Oh,
this
the
week of the
whoopsie-daisy
power
power
rankings.
ranking
Because
episode.
Eric started Nick Chubb with 4 points, Puka Nacua with 2, and Brian Thomas Jr. with 6 points, all while leaving Austin Eckler on the bench
Well.
with 17.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
He was the
But
starting
still,
running back.
but
Yes,
still.
yeah.
Jordan Addison with 16 and Jerry Jeudy with 14.
All well.
Any of which would have made him win this week. But
And
you would
that's
have
what
to
it
be
is. Go ahead.
you would have to be a wizard to make all those correct starts. But we're still gonna give him a whoopsie.
Yes!
daisy.
A whoopsie daisies, a whoopsie
that's
daisy.
Yeah,
right.
and it's not whether it was wise or not. It's just what happened.
That's
I
right.
Love,
That's
I
right.
love what spell check did. They're doing good work. Penalty of whoopie daisies. I like it.
That's right. Coming in at number
like it.
7, it's Rachel and Monica Jordan Alley, who, even though they won, they did it with 104 points.
Okay.
Mostly because they got lucky.
Oh man.
You got shocks, pegs, lucky.
They played Sergio, who, as we just talked about, made some very poor life
Wow.
decisions.
104
But they-
to 100.
Yeah.
Wow.
They had Patrick Mahomes break 25 points for the first time all year.
Okay.
Thanks to overtime.
Okay,
He needed
yeah,
overtime
well,
for that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
their overall team was mediocre at best.
Yes, indeed.
Coming at number 6, it's the injury reserve. Brody,
Oh.
losing this week with 132 points.
Yeah.
He started both B. Robinsons, even though Brian was inactive
I
this
like
week.
it. I like
He
it.
only lost by 15, even though starting an inactive player. And his bench was all trash. So really, even though he started an inactive player,
Yeah.
doesn't even matter. We do have to give him credit, however, for 38 from JSN, 30 from Zay Flowers.
Wow.
He would, I would have given him the Wonder Twins award
Yeah,
if
but
he
he
won.
still lost. Wow.
But he lost.
That's tough.
Coming at number 5, it's Tea Time. Isaac, also with 132 points. They were
Wow,
right
okay,
there
yeah.
together.
My goodness.
Also 4 and 5, just like Brody.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot more upside on his bench. This week he can blame his loss on Chris Olave doing
Yes.
Chris Olave things like getting concussions with 2.3 points.
Yeah.
Chris Olave doing Chris
That's
Olave
right, because he
thing.
does that. And Kyler Murray only putting up 4.7 points despite pounding on the Bears. He left DeAndre Hopkins on the bench with
That
28
hurts.
points.
Yeah.
And Rico Dowdle,
Oh,
not that you
ouch.
start him at any time,
Yeah,
with 21
ouch.
points, which gives yet another.
Ouch.
It is a whoopsie-daisy
It
episode.
is a
That's
whoopsie-daisy
tough, Isaac.
episode.
That is tough, Isaac. Man.
Comment at number 4, it's Ross and Marcel.
Woo! What are we, Turkey? What are we doing here?
We shake.
Okay.
I'll show you video. We only do that on Wonder Twins.
Fine.
We shake when we
Fine.
do well.
Fine.
That
Okay.
was you, not me.
What are we doing
Leave
here?
me alone. road.
You two beat Eric this week with 127.5.
Well, is it really a win if we beat Eric?
Yeah.
Usually I would have said that, but he beat me last week. So nothing real flashy or exciting about this team or this matchup, so we're just going to move on. You're 5-4. You're 1 game out of first place, but you're also 1 game out of 9th place.
I like it.
So, could go either way.
That's how the league is.
That's all right. I don't mind.
Oh, God.
Coming in at number 3, I almost said 13.
Yeah.
It's this week's Juggernaut.
Juggernaut! Oh, my!
Look at this.
Wow!
I hope she's watching. It's Tutter Disaster Cheryl with 161 points this week.
My goodness.
She's on a 2-game winning streak since changing her name.
Wow.
I think that little mouse is just a lucky charm for her.
That's fantastic.
Listen to this. 33 points from Jalen Hurts, 28 from Kamara, 21 from Chuba, 22 from Devontae Adams, and she left Sutton on the bench with 26 points. She beat AB, who was number 1 in the league. She was number 9 this week, by 94 points.
Oh, my goodness. That is what AB deserves.
That's
I
right.
love it.
I told her she was getting number 3. She tried to bribe me for a higher ranking, but this is professional analysis.
Here's the
professionals.
Thing, just so everybody knows, while he may have integrity, I will happily take bribes from people.
Yeah. Right.
I'll
make Cheryl number 1 in my league if she's not even in it.
Coming in at number 2.5. It's Read 'em and Weep, myself, beating Isaac
Anybody
this
need
week.
sunscreen?
Yeah.
I always do. I burn in.
There you go.
Right.
Don't do it.
He burns under the fluorescent light.
I beat Isaac 139 to 132. Improving to 6-3, number 1 in the league. Let's go. However, I got a little bit lucky this week.
You're only 1 game ahead of us, though.
Yeah.
So that's not saying much.
Big week from Devon Achan, putting up 32 points. And Chase Brown, who I started last week.
We're both bad at
Sunday
people.
at 11:30. I started Chase Brown instead of Jaden Reed.
That's terrible.
And he put up 27 points for me,
Terrible.
which gives me the Wonder Twins Award.
Wonder Twin powers activate! Octopus! Form up an ice unicycle!
However, DJ Moore does again disappoint me with only 7 points. He's getting the bench this week where he will put up 25.
Yeah.
Why are you starting him?
Yeah.
Because when I put him on the bench, he puts up 25.
Yeah.
I would just cut him.
Yeah.
I'm about to.
Yeah, I think you should.
I'll take a trade for him. If
Just
anyone wants to
cut him.
trade for DJ Moore, I'm open.
Just cut him.
Coming in at number 2, because neither of the top 2 deserve number 1, it's Joey Casey winning the Brother Bowl this week.
Wow.
With 147 points.
That's tough. Yeah, that's a big win.
Yeah, he had big weeks this week. Sam Darnold with 25, Derrick Henry at 27, Barley
Posting some
with
points.
39.
I love how you guys rip on me, but you just laugh when it's you.
And Jacoby Myers with 19.
Holy cow.
Okay.
Where are these coming from?
One of these kids
What's
is not
going?
like the other. Regardless, Casey's team is working hard this week.
Wherever you are, shout it out. Wake up the neighbors. Wake up the children. You can't stop me!
Casey Attenborough.
Joey Casey.
Yeah.
Joey Casey.
So I may have missed this because I was doing something else. Did we talk about Brody?
We didn't yet.
No.
Brody, we're here for you.
Yep.
I texted with him. He said he's doing all right.
Good.
He said he sees God helping him through all this stuff. God's been working, so keep up the good work, my friend. We're pulling for you.
Watch
Get
the
well
show.
soon.
That's right.
And another thing is I put a little poll into the chat saying, tell us your favorite water bet. You could win a couple Metamucil gummies.
Oh, okay.
So
wow.
far, only Randy has responded.
All right. Well, Randy needs them the most. So.
But I think not, because I think there are several of you who said that you have a lot of
Well,
toilet
but Randy's
time,
the oldest.
starting with Jeremy.
So.
But he said his favorite was the Pocketeer you gave me was
I agree.
his favorite.
I agree.
I disagree.
I agree. All righty, here we are with the Men's League AFC.
Well, it's just the AFC. The Men's League's the NFC.
The Premier League
It's the
of
NFC.
the Men's League.
You want me to go? Is that what you're
The
saying? You want to go out
AFC
of order?
the AFC
If you want the Premier League, I
No,
got it ready
the
right here.
The
baby.
AFC is the Serie A compared to the Premier League. And
Serie
we're
A?
going
Are
to
you
kick it off.
Italian? Is that
Yes,
what it is?
we're going to kick
You
it
gotta
off.
talk like it is.
We're going to kick it
Italian.
off with number 10. And coming in at number 10, living up to what I promised, it is Brees and Quiet with
Hold on.
another loss. 2 in a row, losing to Ben, dropping to 6-3.
Hold on, Cheryl's pulled ahead. She said the double Pocketeer is the best.
Agreed.
Nice. You gotta zoom in on the
Dropping to 6-3. 112 points. And my team just keeps on losing 2 in a row. And it's a good thing I started off hot because I have cooled off like nobody's business. A miserable
Let's keep
week.
it going.
A
We gotta
miserable
give
week
Yep.
from Kyler Murray, Christopher Olave,
Why are you starting these guys?
Brian Thomas.
Those sound like a
And I'm gonna take it. And I'm gonna take a moment. I'm gonna take a moment
Take a moment.
because we have to talk about Chris Olave. There is a player.
You might need to zoom out. He might
There
get
is a
out of
player
control here in a
that I
second.
cannot stand in my fantasy history because he was absolutely unplayable, and it was Julio Jones. I now officially hate Chris Olave
Oh no!
as much as Julio Jones because he is just as unplayable. You have no idea when he's going to score points, when he's going to fly off the face of the earth, when he's going to get injured and go off the field. He is unplayable. I am done with Chris Olave. The guy is dead to me.
Here's the thing, though. You're comparing him to Julio Jones, who for multiple years in a row let you down in one season. Not even a full season.
This is the
with
second
Olave.
season I've had Olave.
You've had
He's
him
been
twice?
crap.
I
That
didn't
being
know
said,
that.
this pathetic score left me with the AFC caboose.
Slow clap.
And I suspect that we're going to let this one play out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think we can do it twice, in fact, if we
Yeah.
needed to. I think he deserves it.
Unfortunately, we don't have time.
We don't have the time.
So,
for that.
moving on to number 9, it is Pickens' nose in Laporta Potty. He's become a staple at the number 9 position. He loses to Nathan, drops to 1-8, 141 points, and I bet this one grinds him up more than most.
Does it grind his gears?
Because Nathan will let him know about it all week long. And pretty good overall score, but miserable performance from Nicholas Chubb and Sam Laporta, both the nail in the coffin, which brings me to the Blunder Twins.
Wonder Twin powers activate.
Octopus.
Form up an ice unicycle.
You gotta do a bad ice unicycle.
Okay. We just got a
Not
bad
existent.
octopus. But that was some poor
It's
performances.
like an octopus out of water.
Speaking
too
of
long.
poor performances,
Kind
we
of
come
fun.
to number 8. And
Easy.
This
Just
team,
because it's true doesn't mean you have to
this
say
team has
it.
been a staple at number 8 as well. And John and Eric lose again, this time to Isaac. They fall to 3-6, post 134 points, and your team is averaging right at 130, which is not enough to win really any week. And this one was really all about the wide receivers, or should I say the absence of the wide receivers. None of them lived up to what you might expect. And his only great performance was Jalen Hurts. And overall, one could say that your team was hardly And the reason that song is a happy song is because I'm excited that John's team was hardly working. Coming in at number 7, unless
get
you'd
a
like
chance
to.
to-
Would you
I
like
would
to say
like
something?
to.
Okay, go ahead.
So while it's true my team was
Yes.
hardly working, you don't have to draw attention to it.
Well, that's
It
the whole
hurts
point
my
of the show.
feelings.
It's the whole point of the
It's
show.
not the point of the
Yeah.
show. The point of the show is to
Yeah.
talk about the scientific power rankings. Pastor Daniel brought
Yeah.
it up
That's right.
before.
Yeah.
It's
Statistical
about
analysis.
ridiculing other people who aren't in
Correct.
the room, so you don't have to look them in the
Correct.
eye. Because
I get great joy from looking you in the eye and smiling when your team loses.
you're laughing at my pain.
But for you, I don't think you care because you had a good week going to a game in person.
Yeah.
Correct?
And your team won.
Yeah.
Don't try to redeem my feelings with
Anyway,
that ploy.
coming in at number 7, this is the other
was gonna say
Sitzler
something
who
I
usually
forgot.
barely finds himself in front of his dad. And again, the bottom 5 have about stayed the bottom 5 from last week.
Hey, I'm only one
And
game
it's
out of
in
6th
Joku's
place.
on you, Judah losing to Tristan with 124.5 points.
2 games.
And I guess we could say that the Njoku was on him this week
No,
because
no.
having faith in an absolutely terrible Dak Prescott came back to bite him in the butt, and David Njoku wasn't much better. All in all, this is the definition of hardly working. And starting Prescott over Stafford cost him the game, which was a whoopsie-daisy.
Whoops-a-daisy.
You know, I don't think anybody. We're getting tonight. Don't start DJ more. Don't start Chris Olave. Don't start Kyler Murray. Don't start Dak Prescott.
There's a lot of players that shouldn't
By
start.
the way, Nathan says Chris Olave's done with you.
Okay. Hey, that's fine. I don't care. I don't care who ends the relationship as long as it's over. Coming in at number 6, it is White Horses. Jeremy losing to Daniel. Drops him to 3-6 as well, but he posts 158.46 points, and he got huge weeks from Kirkland Cousins, Devon Achan, and Cortland Sutton. This was a score that would have beaten 7 out of 10 teams in the league, but as it happens all too often in fantasy, when you have a good week, you run up against the juggernaut, which makes Jeremy the biggest loser.
The Biggest Loser is not fun.
I know, it isn't. At number 5, it is I Love Fields. Tristan beating Judah.
Fields isn't even playing anymore.
I know, but he has him on his team, which I give him credit for. If he didn't have him on his team, I'd be letting him have it.
I told Gerald to drop him.
But it's worse.
He's not even playing anymore.
It is completely useless to have him on his team, but he is sticking to the name. So, Tristan, kudos for that. But anyway, I Love Fields. 124.78 points, and in contrast to John, Tristan's wide receivers continue to save his bacon. Jefferson, Neighbors, and Adams just keep rolling in spite of Kyle Pitts and DeAndre Swift doing their best impression of high school caliber players. And regardless, he beats Judah by 0.26 points.
No.
The Chiefs' defense cannot come through for Judah, and Tristan is lucky.
You got shocks, pegs, lucky.
By the way, Judah put the appropriate word in the group text, by the way. Did you see that?
For what? No,
He had the missed it by that much gif like a couple days ago.
There we go. Yes, he did. Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't give it to him.
I'm going to have him start writing your script.
I know. Because I like...
Keep it going. Coming in at number 4.
I liked giving
Coming
Judah
in at number
hard
3.
working. I should have done
Coming
it.
in. All right.
Judah!
The NFC. Let's go.
Judah, you are correct. You know what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to give you...
You got to get there. You got to.
What was it?
The missed it by that
I'm
much.
going to give you...
Right there on the right.
The missed it by that much.
I wasn't paying any attention.
I know. That's
Coming
why
in at number 4.
He was going to go there and you weren't ready.
Coming in at number 4, I love the team name. Ben's team game is strong this year. It is El Chupacabra. Ben beating me, pulling to 6-3.
Good job, Ben. I usually don't like you winning, but I'm glad when you beat
156.6
Aaron.
points. And Ben gets great weeks from most everyone except Jonathan Taylor, giving him the 4th highest score of the week, bringing him into the 4-way tie for first place in the AFC.
But number 4 in the power rankings. Good job.
In the AFC, and Cedric Tillman looks to be a savvy pickup that will pay off for the rest of the year, and his team is working hard.
I may have dropped Cedric Tillman.
What? Are you kidding me? You can't stop me!
Ben
What
Butcher.
are you doing? Why
He's on
did you
bye
drop
this week. And we don't have a tight end.
I guess I'm going to
He's at the end of our bench.
Drop Tank Dell.
I'm going to go pick
Is
him
Tank
up.
right.
Dell on our team?
Yes. Anyway, John just informed me of a crazy... Anyway,
I don't think we
coming
need
in at
him.
number 3, it is the comeback kid, Nathan, beating Eric, pulling to 5-4, scoring 161.2 points after the thrashing he received from Isaac last week.
Thrashing.
Yeah, a point. And he gave his team a stern talking to, and they got back in the win column. He got several good performances, but it's hard to overlook the unexpected 38 points from JSN, which is really what put him over the top. And I forgot the big pointy, so we have the little pointy.
We're gonna be best friends forever, and I'll name her Pointy.
Bring it back over. I did
Excellent.
it too late.
I like how the one job that you had was to have Pointy here on a regular basis.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be protecting Pointy.
To quote Ocean's 11, you stupid sod. You had one job to do. Sorry.
That was your best British accent.
Yeah.
But it's Don Cheadle who's not British.
I know.
A British accent,
Exactly.
so...
Coming in at number 2, Isaac was irritated that I didn't talk about his team name last week, so he's going with Kareem Cheese.
What was his team name last week?
I don't remember. I think it was. I think he kept Kareem Cheese. But he was irritated that I didn't talk about it. I was so occupied talking about how he beat Nathan. So Kareem Cheese, which is a great name by Isaac, he beats John. Let's go back to that. Pulls to 6-3. Isaac is tied for first place in the men's league.
Wow.
145 points.
But here's the thing. I had a chance to win. I was up by like 30 points going into Monday night.
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt and K.
Dotton, baby.
Both squashed me. That was horrible.
And I'm going to talk about that more in just a moment. And at 145 points, Isaac's butt cheeks must be tired after the second week in a row. Came down to the last play of the Monday night game. The Bucks not going for 2.
What does it have to do with his backside?
Clinching. You're nervous, don't you? I mean, my goodness.
I think we need to get a counseling service.
Isaac came home and he goes, man, my butt cheeks were tight the whole time. But the Bucks not going for 2 pushed the game into overtime and gave Kareem Hunt the opportunity. Before overtime, K. Dotton has the chance to catch a touchdown, sink John, give Isaac the win. He drops it in the end zone, and that is the last play of the regular game where K. Dotton got a chance. And Isaac is down by 0.1 points to John. They don't go for 2. They kick the field goal. They go into overtime, and Kareem Hunt has an opportunity to post points, scores a touchdown, and in the process of this wins 2 games. The game for the Chiefs and the game against John.
Are you the president of the Isaac Shelp fan club?
Yes, and I'll say it again. This is what fantasy is all about. Cheering for some obscure thing to happen in a real football game to win an imaginary one. And for the second week in a row, Isaac is praising the Lord.
So Kareem Hunt getting a touchdown to win in overtime was just insult to injury.
Correct.
All
he needed was that first play that he had.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He just had to have it in.
Coming in tied for second because he doesn't deserve first place.
Boo.
No, I'm teasing. I couldn't. I really wanted to keep you in second place and put Isaac back in first.
Yeah, I'm sure you
did. But I couldn't do it.
But I like how he's 5-4.
He's on an absolute tear. Seems to be peaking at the right time. And John, say it with me. Boo.
Boo. Come on.
Daniel, it's the AFC juggernaut.
Nothing stops me. I'm raw power.
Ben Butcher just won 3 Metamucil gummies for guessing the name in the chat.
Excellent.
Good job, Ben.
All right. Over to you, John.
Jen says Isaac can't remember his team name from last week either. All right, now to the actual Premier League, the NFC, the Men's League. Coming in at number 10, Violence of the Lamb. Aaron, you're back at number 10. 116 points, but here's why. You lost to Jason's Pistachio Farm. You are 3-6, and I picked you on the water bet, and you let me down. You can't even beat Jason.
I needed this win so bad, and my team was absolutely
Listen, let me tell you about your team. You had 1 player, Baker Mayfield, your quarterback, was over 20. You had 4 starters in single digits. You complained last week about being number 8, and this proves the validity of the power rankings, the scientific method that I use, that you've come around to.
Yeah.
The validity. You get a new award this week when you complained about being number 8, and the new award is from the blockbuster movie Top Gun. You get the You Stink Award.
Crash and burn, huh, Mav? Slider. You stink.
I like how I got the grit on that one. But here's the team. Here's the thing. Your team is so bad.
It is not that bad.
You're 3-6.
This
you
week
lost
it
to
was
Jason.
bad.
116 points.
This week
you're
it was
giving
bad.
me garbage in the AFC for averaging 130, and you got 116. Tell me how your team is good. Exactly. Go moving on to number 9.
Weeks,
it is Night Raiders Dave. You're below Dave, who's 1-8. only 106 points.
See, and that's bogus.
And Dave,
I'm not below Dave.
you lost to Jason. That's how you're below Dave. Dave got the fat caboose, so I have something else for him. He was number 6. Plus, I picked Dave to win, too. I got all my picks wrong. Dave is the only reason Aaron is not the caboose. Besides another team.
Yeah.
But he had 5 guys in single digits where you had 4, including, and here we go, this is the whole point, Jonathan Taylor, 8.9 points. People keep texting me. He had 13 carries for 48 yards, 3 receptions for 20 yards, which I personally witnessed. So at 6:43 Sunday night, I put a beautiful picture, me and Judah, father, son, my whole family. We got 15 people in a row of my family at the game. I put it out there, guys, we're going to watch some football. And this is what Dave puts in the group text. Go Colts and Jonathan Taylor. And Taylor responds with 8 points and the Colts lose. Dave, I have one question for you. Do you like apples? Dave gets the How Do You Like Them Apples award.
Yeah, there's no award for it, but that's a good award.
I love it.
What are you talking about?
I don't have that award.
It's in the sound effects folder.
It's not. I mean, I can find it real quick, but
I'll do it for you, John. You ready?
Knock,
Ding,
knock,
ding,
knock.
ding.
Thank you.
Hey, you like apples?
Yeah, I like apples.
How do you like them apples?
No, I got a number.
No, I know, but you didn't do that. It's like, hey, you like apples? And he's like, what? Do you like apples?
Yeah, I like apples.
I got a number. How do you like them apples?
So, Dave, I'm glad that you lost. I'm glad that you're 1-8 because you're messing with me. Speaking of...
yeah. Oh, here it is.
How do you like them apples?
That's all it is.
We
And
did
then
it better,
move right
John.
to-
We
yeah.
did it better. Anyway.
Well, we are a professional show.
That's right.
Speaking of professional,
Now,
number
the
8
statistics are professional.
in the power rankings is Jason's Pistachio Farm. Jason,
Bogus.
he's got the same record as you. He's 3-6,
My
and
team
he
is
won
so much
a
better
game.
than both of those
Aaron,
teams.
how does it feel to lose to
My
the
team is
Pistachio
better than
Farmer?
Randy's
Great.
team.
Last week, Jason was Pickens' nose, depending on a wide receiver. This week, he didn't even start Pickens because he listened to my advice. Well, Pickens happened to be on bye, but still, he started other people. Other people started people who were on bye.
Jason had his one
But now
good
it
week
seems
of the
he
year
can finally
against me.
depend on a different wide receiver. Devontae Adams shows up 22 points, 7 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown. Plus, it looked like he was knocked out of the game, but he came back in, got a touchdown because he upset the complaining Aaron, to everyone's surprise, and Devontae Adams had his first good game since week 2. Jason gets the surprise welcome back.
There it
You ready to sing with us,
is.
Aaron? Everybody sing along. Welcome back. Your dreams or your ticket. Aaron, how's it feel to lose to Jason? Great, moving on to number 7. It is the Ermer Eraser Chris, who's 5-4. I think you need to monitor this because there's a lot going on and I'm not paying attention because I'm reading from the script. So Chris, he's 5-4, but he's
Not true, Jen.
What's not true?
She says Aaron tries too hard. Not true. You can never try too hard.
Anyways, Chris is on a 2-game losing streak. He was in the top half, but he lost to Randy Ermers. I can't believe it. I picked Chris to beat Randy, and he let me down. Plus, his team name is bad. His team name is the Ermer Eraser, when Randy's last name is Ermers. So he doesn't. That's not right. If you go for the jugular and you lose, you sink in the power rankings. Plus, like I said, Randy's last name, I said that too early. 7 players in single digits. Brees Hall, it said Brees Hall, and it auto-corrected to Breeze, had only 10 points. That was not good.
Ben says the second cam is a win for the program.
That's
So
right.
he loves the second cam.
Come on.
And Randy says Aaron is worse than me. And Jen says Isaac remembered his team name that he was so disappointed we missed. It was Rome wasn't built in Odunze, which was fantastic. You got to give him credit for that. But
I like
So
Kareem, too.
Chris had 8 of 10 starters with 10 points or less.
Wow.
That hurts.
So obviously Chris gets the hardly working award. He got the hardly working last week as well. Not a good situation for himself. I think it might be time to panic, and he was 1 point away from the caboose, like I said earlier. Coming in at number 6, it is Lovin' My Neighbors, Eric Eitenbrock. He's 5-4, and he lost to Tom's terrific team.
Man, he is on a losing tear. Wow.
And before that, he lost to Todd, so I think he plays anybody with the letter T in their name, he loses. But before that, he lost to Aaron.
I know.
And before that, he lost to me.
I know. What
He's on a 4-game losing streak. Woo! He was unstoppable. He was at the top. How the mighty have fallen. He's had good points, 130s, 140s. But he gets a combo award this week because he gets the Panic, I Don't Have the Power award.
I missed the panic. Well, here. It's panic.
I didn't have the time!
I can find panic.
No, we got it. We went,
The panic is the worst sounding one anyway. Where is it?
We didn't do the panic. You did the panic. You don't have to find the panic. I'm just tired of this. You know what I mean? I'm going to start putting a resume together to find a different show to be a part of.
I'm going to go find
So he had 4 losses in a row, and he hasn't bad. He just doesn't have enough power.
Yeah.
And it's time to panic, Eric.
John's going to start a Metamucil podcast.
No, sponsored by Metamucil. Coming in at number 5, it's Sneaky Buggers Todd, the most recent team to beat Eric. I can't believe he's on a 4-game losing streak. Wow. That's hard. He started 1 guy on bye. Todd did.
Holy
He
cow.
started 2 guys who were on injured reserve. These are his starters.
Really?
So 0 points from 30% of his team.
And he still won?
On his bench, he had another guy on bye and another guy on IR, and he has 2 empty roster spots on his team. So he didn't even have anybody to start. What is Todd even doing? Plus, A.J. Brown got injured and only gave him 5 points. So how did Todd win?
Holy
how
cow.
did he beat Lovin' My
kidding
Neighbors
me?
Eric? This is what happened.
Crazy.
Justin Tucker, 11 points. Chargers defense, 16 points.
Okay.
Ramondre Stevenson, 22
Oh my
points.
gosh.
Travis Kelce, 23 points. But most importantly, Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts, both 33.9 points.
That's
so Todd
unreal.
gets the Working Hard Wonder Twins Award. Shout it out for Todd. Wherever you are. You can't stop Todd Wilson. You gotta do it because I'm doing the show.
That's actually a working hard because half of his team was not working hard.
No.
Yeah.
Half of his team could not get points and he still won.
Yeah.
The other guys showed up. They worked hard. That's how he won.
Okay.
They picked it up for the injured players.
Matter because it doesn't even matter who he started. He's going to win.
Yeah, that was impressive.
It's kind of the way it seems. He doesn't even
Okay.
have to start
You guys
a whole
want to
team.
write my power rankings?
go ahead.
No, we're just
That's
arguing.
fine with me.
We're just
sorry,
arguing.
I didn't mean to hit your keyboard.
You're gonna put a
I
mark
threw
on
it up
Daniel's
like that.
keyboard.
You're going to break my
Yeah,
$20 keyboard.
I know. Come on, John. Let's
Continue.
act like adults.
If anybody knows of another podcast
this is
that
a
I can
this is a serious
please
fantasy
send me the
analysis
link
show.
and put it in the group text
What are
so
we
I can
doing?
find a different
What
podcast
are we
to be a
doing?
part of.
Anyway.
What are we doing is going to number 4 in the power rankings. It is running up that hill. Me, the only reason is that I am 8-1. I got my first loss.
That's right.
I know, Aaron, that you love that. How does
I
it
love
feel
it.
that I... Great.
I'm loving every minute of it.
You are talking to anyone who will listen that I must not have an undefeated season. I've heard
Agreed.
that from about 12 people.
Agreed.
Well, there you go, you big meanie. I lost by 19, but this is what happened. Drake London goes out with an injury
I
early
know.
in the scoring fest against Dallas. The rest of the team, everybody else got points on the Falcons. I just needed 9 points from him. 9 more points. That's all I needed. That's 5 catches, 40 yards. That's not a lot.
Yep.
And then I had Puncha Nakua.
Yeah.
And he gets ejected for slugging a guy in the face mask. First of all, why are you
How
punching
stupid is
people who
that?
have helmets
I know, what
on?
are we doing?
He
gotta,
leaves
like,
with
kidney
just
shot or
2
something.
points. I just needed 10 more points from him, along with Drake London's 9. I would have done it. 12 points isn't too much to ask. Last week he was on my bench. He got me 19.
My goodness.
That would have got. But speaking of the bench, Last Thursday, I did not start Tank Dell. Guess how many points he got?
20.
19.6 stinking points. The total point differential is him. Therefore, I get the Left Me Hanging Daisy Award. Because Puka and Drake London left me hanging, and I whoops-a-daisy with Tank Dell. You see how I put that in there? We're moving on. This is going out to all the kids out there.
Okay.
Mr. Metamucil himself.
Okay.
Randy Ermers is the biggest mover in the power rankings this week.
Are you kidding
It
me?
is defibrillator time. Randy won. He's 4-5. He's got a better record than you. I don't think you need to complain.
Are you kidding me?
This week,
Are you kidding me?
listen. This week, Randy filed an official complaint against the power rankings.
Okay.
And while none of us like it that Randy is this high with a losing record, HR made me move him up in the power rankings.
How does this happen?
Plus, he erased.
I know.
He erased Ermer Eraser and was the only winner that I picked right this week. Otherwise, I would have gone 0 for 5. His team was pretty meh. Not one player got 20 points.
So that's why he's so
But
high.
Randy had one player, Devon Achan, who got him 30 points, and for that reason, and really because human resources made me do this, Randy is number 3, and he gets your favorite award. It's the Unicorn!
We're gonna be best friends forever, and I'll name you Pointy.
We're moving on as quick as we can, Randy. Coming in at number 2, it is a PR favorite, is Tom's Talented Team. He's 4-5, and this is why Tom is a Power Rankings favorite. He kind of wasted 166 points playing Dave, who only got 106. 60-point differential.
Yeah.
I picked Dave, by the way.
Wow.
I was crazy last week. I don't know why I was picking who I picked last week. I think I was a little bit nuts. But Tom gets the juggernaut in the Premier League.
Oh.
Where is it? Okay, it's not my fault.
I'll
We had
just
sure
stay here.
Anybody else want to co-host with me? I've got 2 open positions on this podcast that I'm producer of, so if anybody else wants to take these places. Anyways, 27 points from Derrick Henry, 26 points from Cortland Sutton,
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins with 21. I'm sorry, Cousins with 23, Cortland Sutton 26, Derrick Henry 27, and Bijan Robinson 21. That's why he's number 2. His team is actually talented.
Man. Wow.
So it fits the bills.
They are.
He's on a 2-game winning streak, and he is number 2, looking to take over 1, but no one can unseat the last week number 1. It is the sun god, Pastor Daniel. He is 7-2. He's on a 5-game winning streak. He's like the anti-Eric. He defeated the only undefeated team in all 3 leagues of the Fox Valley Fantasy Football
Look at
League.
that.
He cost me a second water bet. He pulled the 1-2 Ravens punch with Lamar Jackson with 29 and Zay Flowers with 30. Talk about a double stack. I don't know what I wrote there. He loves being number 1. He loves beating me. He loves soaking me. He loves Lamar Jackson. He loves it when he passes to Zay Flowers. So PD gets the Lovin' Every Wonder Twins Award.
Out there, Jared, I'm loving every minute.
Octopus.
Form up an ice unicycle.
Pastor
Did you even see
Daniel,
it?
the floor is yours.
I just gave myself fireworks. Did you see
Nice.
it?
I was busy.
Let's try
being
again and see if it works here. Let's see if it works again. Thumbs up. Is it gonna do it?
I don't think it's gonna do it.
No, it's not doing it.
It's not doing it.
Anyway.
Okay.
There
I
it
just
went.
look like an
you
idiot.
just gave yourself a
Oh,
thumbs
there's
up.
a thumbs up.
Anyways, I created some space here for you to talk about your team because you're loving every
I'm
minute of
loving
it.
every minute of it. I don't even care if I win the leagues now. It's just like I can be first place in all 3 leagues. I can win all 3 leagues. I can knock off number 1 in the 1 league, and I can knock off Jeremy in the other league and take Juggernaut 3 weeks in a row
This is
between the 2 leagues.
This is very
This
disappointing.
is a fantastic week in the world.
Speaking of disappointing,
Randy
Romancer.
says, I felt so bad for John. And I'm going to say, Randy, do not feel bad for John.
come
Because
on. Come on, man.
I didn't want Daniel to win, but I certainly didn't want John to stay undefeated.
If either of you pick against me this week, for any of them,
Let's get to the water bet pickup.
Speaking
Starting
of
in the
go.
youth
Picking against
league.
Daniel,
The first matchup.
Starting in the youth league, Cheryl versus Isaac.
Here we go. You pick Cheryl every time. She's
Sorry.
number, 3 in the power rankings? What are you going to do?
Sorry, babe, I love you, but I think I'm taking Isaac this week.
Somebody's sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
Next matchup.
Brody versus Eric. I would really like to see Brody win, however, his team is even more decimated this week.
Oh,
I'm taking Eric.
are you really?
I hate it, but I'm taking
Wow.
Eric. Me versus Jordan and Allie.
Cheryl said, wow!
know.
With a lot of W's.
I know.
Burn.
know.
There's no way I can pick Jordan and Allie over myself.
Yeah,
It's gotta
I
be
know.
me. Casey versus Sergio. Casey's kicking butt right now.
Yeah.
Taking Casey. And you two versus AB. After AB's poor performance.
Yeah.
No way I'm taking him. I'm taking you guys.
Plus, AB is your Nathan. You just refuse to
Exactly,
vote for
yeah.
me. Yes.
Let's go to the
And
AFC.
in the AFC, we have Judah versus Daniel, and I am taking Daniel.
That's right.
Boo.
We have Nathan versus PJ and Eric, and I'm forced yet again to take Nathan.
Wow.
We have Eric versus Aaron,
I hope
and
I
I am
win.
forced to take myself.
Hold
I'm
on.
tempted to vote Eric on this one.
Nathan earlier texted me today to water bet. He's projected to win by like 30 points, so I'm not going to water
Oh,
bet him.
yeah. I mean, I'm forced to take myself, but after 2 weeks of poor performances, I'm not excited about
I think
it.
you should pick Eric.
Then we have Isaac versus Jeremy.
Ooh, what are you going to do? Chairman of the Isaac Schilt fan
I know.
club.
I feel like I have to go
Kareem
Isaac
Cheese.
because he really wants to beat. He would love to beat Jeremy after taking all of his picks. So I'm going to go Isaac.
All right.
And then if
Surprise.
Isaac hoses me, I'm going to let him have it next week. And then we're going Tristan versus Ben. This is tough.
I think it's easy.
This is tough. I'm going Ben.
You have to go, Ben. That's not a hard one. In the AFC, it is Randy Ermers versus Eric Eitenbrock. And while Randy is number 3, I am not taking him. I'm picking Eric Eitenbrock to win.
Wow.
There's
And
no
the
T in Randy's
carpool rivalry.
names, so it's
Yeah.
Then it's me versus Chris. This
Yeah.
is an easy one. I'm going me because
Yeah.
Chris is just so bad.
Yeah.
Then Dave versus Todd. This is another easy one. I feel like this is the youth.
Come
league
on,
kickoff.
Dave. Do it to him.
It is
Come on.
Todd gonna beat Dave. Then Tom versus Jason. While you can't beat the pistachio farmer, I am very assured that Tom is gonna beat Jason. And the last matchup, Pastor Daniel versus Aaron. Let's water bet this one out, guys. You gonna take it? Are you gonna take
So
it?
dumb.
Yes!
Because there's no. This is so dumb.
I'm taking Pastor Daniel.
And when I beat him, and it forces you to get the water bet yet again,
You're
gonna
not
love
going
it.
to.
But even if I lose, I now have a second one, and Nathan has to take him for me anyway.
Speaking of a second one, let's get off of this show already.
That's right. Yep.
I'm getting a
You're
little
fine.
headache from
Here
my
we go.
goggles. Thanks for watching, everybody.
See you next time!
You can't get up and leave before he starts the thing.
I gotta let everybody see my massive belly.
How about that second camera?
That's nice.
Okay.
That came in real handy for not having the water bet ready.
This is trash.
Okay?
That's for you.
Perfect. Now I gotta go home to a mad wife.
It's your
That
own
didn't
fault.
pick her.
Good thing is, though, you're not going to spend as much time in the bathroom, so that might make up for things. Just make sure you take your Metamucil.
Yeah. Where'd my garbage can go?
I moved it. Or Aaron moved it. I'll get it.